Hi guys, Charles Daly, another high power clone from back in the early 2000s. So the Charles Daly was brought in by a company called KBI out of uh, out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and it was sold as a Charles Daly. And what these were, the slide and the frame made by FEG in Hungary. And those raw forgings came into the US and they were finished in the US. Enough work done to them that would allow them to put made in the USA on the gun. So it's a really smart looking pistol. It's got like a matte finish, and then a slightly gloss flats on on the slide and the slide stop safety, etc. So this project was in the early 2000s, and it came in from FEG, and the first ones were put together by Dan Wesson, and those had a serial number starting with HP, and I'm not sure how many of those were made, and then the final batch was put together by Magnum Research of the Desert Eagle fame, and the serial number started with HPM. So this is a Magnum research pistol. So the Dan Wesson ones had Browning high power dovetails, and the Magnum Research ones had 1911 Novak style dovetails for the sights. This one, I think it's original. I'm not sure. It's got a white dot and a white line, a very shallow V at the back with a white line. This one has got a probably original FEG mag because nothing on it, and it's still got the magazine disconnect fitted, which means if it's cocked with no magazine in, it's not gonna, you can't let the hammer forward. And it's got an extended, very nice extended safety catch on there, and the rest of it's just pure FEG or pure Browning high power. The FEG copies are really nice. Sure way to tell that it's it's made by FEG is if you look at that last serration. It's not at the same angle. It's not cut at the same angle as what the others are. It's kind of cut um, at a 90 degree to this plane. Everybody says it's like a half a serration, which you kind of understand how they get to that. It's got that half a serration, and then the other thing is that part is rounded right there by the safety is rounded. If you take an FN, take a Browning, you'll see what I mean. That last serration is cut at the same angle as what all the other serrations are. Does not have that half a serration up there. And if you look at that area, don't worry about this gun. It's really rough and it needs to be repaired. If you look at that area, you can see there's like a definite line, like a kind of a corner there, and which on the FEG you don't have that. That's rounded. Those are the dead giveaways. Obviously, there's serial numbers and stuff like that that you can look at, but they've been made by so many, or been marketed by so many different companies. The FEGs that sure way is that serration there, and that rounded or squared off. Where this one's squared off, that one's rounded. Maybe that side shows up better. It's got kind of a rubbery grip, very nice, very neat. I'm going to pull it apart and we look what it see what it looks like on the inside. Again, just browning. There's the magazine disconnect still in place. Nobody took that out. Ejector's got the normal play that the Brownings have. Slide. Really nicely finished. Barrel 9mm P. Looks neat. Inside, very few machine marks, and no firing pin block on the slide. So KBI lost a ton of money on this project. They didn't really make money on it, and so the project was discontinued. It's just quite ironic that there was this need for Browning high power clones back in the 90s and in the early 2000s because of the cost of the FN pistol, and today there's that same need continues to exist due to the fact that FN has dropped the high power, and kind of the role that the Hungarians were playing at the time of copying the Browning high power. Turkey has now taken over that role, and there's a plethora of Turkish high power copies on the market. Anyway, guys, I hope you found that bit of history interesting. Stay safe. We talk again. Cheers.